over to you.
Yeah, love it, guys. Yeah, no, thanks for everybody to take their time out. We're all busy. We got kids, we got work, commitments, but obviously excited to be on the Zoom today. A bit of my background is, yeah, I played in the National Hockey League for 13 years. I was very fortunate to somewhat retire at 34 years of age, and when I first retired, I jumped right into broadcasting. Really enjoyed that for 10 years, and just figured, look, it wasn't paying the bills as much as I thought it would be, even though it was fun, and stopped doing that and got into real estate. Been selling real estate for 12 years. So I'm very used to reinventing myself. I have an incredible network around me because obviously I played in the NHL and broadcasting, but I was able to use that a bit within real estate. But also now it's just perfect timing. I'm 58. My kids are getting older and I want to travel a lot more with my lovely wife and spend time in tremendous locations. So that's why I'm involved in it. And a bit of my background, I'm in Vancouver, Canada, and my wife is named Tanya Volk.
Awesome. That's pretty exciting stuff. So, hey guys, Phil Volk, pleasure to be here. My story is I'm a professional sales career, and it's all about time and money, right? I work hard for my money, and I wouldn't mind seeing money work for me while I'm sleeping a little bit. And at the same time, we want to travel, right? We're empty nesters now for the first time, and we want to get out. So the way I see a program like this is, we have this opportunity to put all this money in I call it a travel savings account. And, all these awesome experiences come up where we can go all over the world. And that's what we plan on doing. So super excited and super excited to do it with a lot of you.
I love that. So, and Heather, I don't think I've officially introduced you to Tanya Volk. So, just a little, let me connect the dots really quick. So, Gary is Tanya's husband, and Phil is Gary's brother. Um, Phil is located in Minnesota. I mean, just a great group of men, and their wives are wonderful. Tanya Volk was a multi seven figure earner in our previous company. We actually sat at the same tables, but never had a conversation, and she contacted Kaylee. So that's how it's all been introduced and kind of brought to the table. And I'm just really honored that Heather is here to really drive home why now, because the company's in pre-launch. So Heather, I just want to thank you in advance for being here tonight. And Tanya, I'd love for you to quickly introduce yourself. She's also from Canada.
Oh, hi guys. So my name is Tanya Volk. Yes, I'm from Vancouver, Canada. Gary was my husband, or is my husband, my current husband. That's the Instagram thing. Anyway, I was with Kaylee and Sonia in our past company. I knew of them, but didn't know them. But when you're at the level they were at and I was at, of each other, and there's very few that get to that level. So I really respected them and, learned from them and with them on how to build businesses. So when I saw that Kaylee was doing this, I just actually happened to see one of her posts and reached out to her. And, she right away got Sonia on with me, and I heard the vision and the future of this company, and literally I couldn't unsee it. It was 5 minutes of their time and I was all in. And I am so excited to be here. And I resigned from my other company, all in with this, and I cannot wait to see what the future is with this company.
I'm like, me now? Sonia, you good?
Yeah.
I'll take over. I love hearing your stories. I lost my voice because I was at convention in Turkey this last week. I've been screaming for my people. We have 17 six-figure earners already in 3 months. We pulled that off, 3.5 months. and the opportunity here is insane. Um, I've also been in network marketing for about 15 years. I hate talking about myself. I'm just a regular chick from Michigan. Okay. Okay. Um, I was a makeup artist my entire life, and I was actually a personal trainer. And guess who I trained? The Red Wings. Okay. It's so funny. It's all full circle. My brother played for the Yankees for years. I have athletes all around me. I've just been connected to that world my entire life. I was a makeup artist. I did Al Kaline's makeup for years. So it was just really, I've had a great life and I have a lot of connections too. And I feel like that's the business we're in, and relationships. And all of you are here because of those relationships. And I love that. And being able to create a community instead of slang products is something that's going to be really special for all of us. There's no overhead, so we can pay more out in the compensation plan. Obviously, pay is very important. We're not going to have out of stocks because there's always a hotel, there's always a safari, there's always, something you can do even in your hometown, in your backyard, you know? So it was really exciting to me too. But here's the truth. You guys just want to hear the down home Michigan girl truth. This is what happened. I was at the top of my game. I didn't really love what I was doing, and I had to find a way out. Have any of you ever been in that situation where you're like, yeah, this is good. I'm doing good, but this isn't it. Like, I'm not fulfilled. It's taking away from my family. I have to leave. So all the money in the world wouldn't have kept me there, and I left. So I went somewhere else. I was kind of happy, kind of again. I'm like, okay, this was a lateral move. What do we do now? But I wasn't looking. I was just kind of sitting there waiting for something to change. And somebody came to me with this and said, that it's compounding. Like the month doesn't start over at the end of the month because there's no product, it's memberships. So it's like Netflix, you guys. If you pay $20 for a membership and Gary pays $20 for a membership and I want to watch The Greatest Showman and he wants to watch The Terminator, he can do that and I can do that. It's just like this. We pay our membership and one of us wants to go to Orlando, the other one wants to go to Banff, the other one wants to go to Dubai. It just depends on what you choose and where you go. So the memberships are very helpful in building the business because what happens is you pay your membership, but if you get three people into the business with you, that pays your membership. So you're not paying any personal volume requirements every single month. You're not paying your membership at all. And then at the end of 12 months, you get to zero out of life experience and go for two people at the end of 12 months. So think about that as a business perspective. You're not paying anything. You have three people in the business. Okay. A lot of you are going to get way more than three people. You're going to want to travel with hundreds, maybe thousands. Okay. I've had teams of 100,000 people before. And I loved it. But if you have three people, if you have people who know three people and they're getting that trip at the end of 12 months, they're going to stay. And as Phil said, it's a savings account basically into your travel expenditure, right? And at the end of the year, if you're getting at least one trip and you're paying 120 or not because you have three people, you have a really sticky business that you're going to get residual, as Gary said, residual income is where it's at, right? So I'm going to explain a little bit more about that. But first, once I made the decision to leave, I got on the phone with the VP. He told me about launching North America because nobody was here. It was just a couple of travelers before COVID happened. And I saw the opportunity, but I was scared. Okay, I was a little nervous. It's a big thing. They've been in business for 10 years. They have a proven track record. All travel. Okay, they've always had an up month. It's never been down. I saw all of that. I was still nervous. So I sat on it for 3 months and I booked travel. My first booking, I saved $836. I remember that number for some reason. I don't do maths unless it's in my closet. I know how much I paid for a coat in 8th grade. But I don't do any other math, okay? Unless it's money in my bank, I can count that. So I sat on it for 3 months and I saved thousands of dollars. The VP calls me back after 3 months and says, Heather, he's from Bulgaria. Okay. Ex-ball player, go figure. And he goes, Heather, why aren't you launching North America with us? You've saved thousands of dollars. You know the product works. Why aren't you doing it? And I'm like, you know what? You got a point. So we started, and you know, me saving thousands of dollars, knowing the product works because we all want to know it works. The first person who started it sat on it and knows that it works. So that should give you a little bit of confidence right there, right? But also it was instant. So as soon as I got my business started, which I wasn't in it for the business, I was just going to try it, I could book something. So I didn't have to wait for a before and after, okay, which is key. When you're in product, you have to wait for the product to get there. You have to wait for them to have results. You have to wait for them to taste it, for their cousins to taste it, for somebody to have a negative effect, for somebody to have a positive effect. For this, you just book something, you get in the room, you get your toes in the sand, and it's instant. And you instantly make money, and it's daily pay. So everything is very fast, and your business grows very fast. Okay. And then you have those people who just get 3 people in and kind of sit on it, and they stay with you for at least 12 months um to get their stuff done. Do you mind if I share so I can click through? Would that be okay?
Oh, absolutely. I know they had some questions in regards to, just show some comparisons if you'd like to open it up. And then we really wanted to give them the visual of the compensation plan. And then I know Phil has quite a few guests on and Gary. So yeah, whatever you'd like to do is, great for us.
Okay, this part goes fast. I wanted to make sure that you guys had some confidence in me, because sometimes we get on these calls and we're like, who is this person? Like, why are they talking to me, right? So I wanted to make sure you had that. I'm just gonna look up a hotel. This is exactly what I did. I'm gonna show you Cancun. Everybody goes to Mexico here and there. So I'll show you, let's go in March. Oh, we don't want to go from January to March. We don't want to do that. Unless you guys do, we can do that if you want to do that. We have a travel business now. We can go for as long as we want. Let's bring the kids, get them on the plane. So it searches for the hotels. We have so many different vendors where most travel businesses only have one or two. If those vendors go out of business or they have a crash, they don't have a business. They're putting these travel companies on the back end of their product deals, and they're white label companies. We're the only ones with a proprietary product. So we created this app. We have the relationship with the vendors. Literally everything we do is in-house, our tech team, everything. So you're going to see here, and I want you to look at that turbo discount right there, $235. I want you to remember that number, okay? The regular savings from Booking or Expedia or whatever it might be would be $1633 compared to the number that they would give, okay? And then loyalty points are the membership dollars that you get every single month. It starts at 120, but if you get turbo, you're going to get an extra 120 points every single month. So at the end of the year, you're going to have 3,000 points or dollars. It's dollar per dollar. And you get an extra discount with turbo. Okay. So the breakdown is you saved 1921 on a week-long trip to Cancun, and you're paying 43% less than you would anywhere else, which is great. The first deal that you see is always the best deal, and that's with any travel booking site. Okay, so hotels, flights. Now, flights are never discounted, but these points that you're earning $27.77 in travel credits. Totally different than loyalty dollars. You guys will learn all that, but just take my word for it. That's how much you earned. You can put that toward flights. You can put that toward hotels. You can put that toward cars, transfers, cruises, whatever you want. Okay, so every time you book, you earn. And then life experiences. This is where we're creating culture. Now, if you're in this for the business and you're not just here for a customer, I'm assuming most of you are here for the business. Life experiences are elevated trips that we plan. Most companies will take a white label company and say, okay, we're going to bulk buy this trip to Rio and everybody's going to have a great time, but there's no customer service. We have our customer service right here for the business and for travel, and it's 24 hours in all different languages. Okay. And those are people that we hire. We also have an AI component coming within the next couple of months that knows all the basic questions. And then if you need the actual customer service person, they will come. Okay, so life experiences are here. Like I said, we plan all of these. I know the two guys who do it. I know their whole team. I've been in the room with them when they're planning things and picking trips. The cool thing about being here first in North America, especially for this team, and I'll explain that in a little bit when I do the compensation plan, is that we get to be the pioneers. We get to choose where the trips are. Okay. A lot of these trips, like the Mediterranean cruise, is something the Americans picked. And then we have, let's see, Punta Cana. We're all going here. We're throwing a business meeting. It's $5.99 per person for 5 days and 4 nights at an all-inclusive. But remember I said those loyalty points are dollar per dollar? You can use those in increments throughout the year before your trip comes, your 12-month trip, and you can use 200 loyalty points. So that brings the trip down to $3.99 per person. Okay. So what we're doing, a lot of the girls and guys in the business are taking some of these trips, holding a little tiny business meeting, and then we're going to have the time of our lives and do excursions and create that community. So imagine that going on this trip and then having all of the content, all the things to show people, and then saying to the next group of people, hey, get your membership. We're now going to Hawaii. How easy is that conversation? It's not like sitting down to dinner with Uncle Carl and going, hey, Uncle Carl, how's your gut health? You know what I mean? That's a hard conversation. But if you're talking to Uncle Carl about going to Hawaii, he's like, oh, heck yeah, let's do it. Where do I sign up? It's been the easiest conversation. So all these different life experiences are things that you can choose whatever you want. That's what I was talking about in the beginning, where, okay, Netflix and Gary wants to watch The Terminator. I want to watch The Greatest Showman. So there's so many things we have anywhere from 2 to 8 new experiences every single month. We even have theme trips. This one is in Portugal. It's a surf and biking tour. Okay. This one, where are we here?
Hey, Heather,
Yes.
can you talk about the quality of the places we're staying at, that they're not some just dumpy room that they stick in the back by the garbage can?
Absolutely. Well, I can give you an example. We just went to Dubai. It's a 5-star resort in Dubai. A lot of people who thought, oh, Dubai is over the top. I really don't want to do it, whatever. We had the time of our life. It was insane. And they handpick these hotels. Okay. Even when you're technically getting a 4-star, it's elevated. And you get to pick the type of room you're staying in as well. So I mean, these are guys who've been on these trips, who have been into these places before, and they know exactly what they're getting. This one's in Germany for Christmas. It's so beautiful, and that's a themed trip as well. You get to use 300 loyalty points. Okay, and that it'll bring down the price $300. So business building with these is going to be so much fun. Getting people in the room instead of building from convention to incentive trip, you then get to create your own cadence and where people want to go, creating meetings, doing things like that. It's so much fun. We also have a lifestyle mall. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but all the name brands, but also $30 yoga leggings. You can use all your travel credits on them and you earn tons of money every time you purchase something. You can drop ship it to anywhere in the world. So if you're buying team gifts, if you're buying gifts for Christmas, whatever, it's just an added bonus. And it's something that they didn't even think of it during the shutdown, but that's when they launched it. It was kismet. It just happened. And it was lights out, the best thing that happened to the company in that space. Okay, so that's basically what you're going to see. Oh, AI trip planner, real quick. You can plan a trip in 30 to 60 seconds with AI. The future of this is you're going to talk into your phone, say, I want to go with Sonia to Barcelona, and I want to have a high budget. I want to go on every hiking tour. I want to go eat wine and drink wine and eat cheese and do all A, B, and C. And they're going to plan the whole trip. I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. And you're going to be able to click one button, have your flight, hotel, all your activities, everything all planned out for you, and you click one button, pay for it. So let's say you want to go with your partner, you want to go on a high budget, you pick 5 things that you might want to do. I'm going to pick private and luxury, day trips, likely to sell out, small group, cultural, full day. Let's go to historical tours, walking tours. Okay, that's more than 5. So 30 to 60 seconds from now, our AI is going to tell you everything you need to know, show you the map. Again, we have the relationship with these people. It's not like Chat GPT where you're like, okay, I'm going to run into what guy on what street, you know? And sometimes Chat GPT is wrong. It told me it was going to take me, I think, 2 days to get from New York to Denver. It took me 5. So I was like, wait a second, Chat GPT, you're not my friend anymore. You're not my bestie. We can't hang out anymore. So here's the hotels. It's gonna curate those for us, but then it plans your whole entire trip. How many of you have gone on ChatGPT and said, okay, tell me the best time to go to, um, let's just say Dubai, and tell me what I need to do. And it gives you just some random things and doesn't know those people, so it doesn't know where to send you. And you can buy your tickets here. So you can pick what it's telling you to do. It tells you the bus, the directions, the time that you're going. I mean, I know what shoes I'm packing based on all of this stuff. Okay. Am I taking a bus or am I walking? But if I hover over it, it shows it on the map. Okay. And it literally plans out every single piece. There's 3 activities that day. I want to go to this one. Okay, every time I open this, I want to go make fettuccine and ravioli and tiramisu. Who's going with me? Oh my goodness. I happen to know this. It's $40. It was 160 and I had to wait in line and I had no idea who the guy was I was talking to. Trip to Pompeii, $81 going down the Amalfi Coast on a boat for the day. Okay, let's do it. Positano for $81. And then up here, now we have all these hotels. We know what our savings are. You can flip through and see which ones you want to see. You can show them on the map so you know where they're at as opposed to where your excursions are at. And then you can also book your flights here on this page. So it took 30 to 60 seconds for them to curate the whole entire trip. So imagine even just being a travel agent, you're doing that. And instead of them going and saying, oh, thanks for all your help, now I'm going to Expedia and I'm going to book all the suggestions. What if they had people as members and they got residual income on every single person that they put into the business? That's lights out, the best transition I've ever thought of for an agent. Okay, so let's get down to cost and what you're going to get paid. Does that sound good? Does anybody have any questions so far?
Heather, could you just touch base on, I know their networks from Gary, and I had a conversation with Tyler and some other, men coming in because of their NHL connections. They are owners of teams. Could you touch base on, like, per member, how many hotel rooms they can book to a max and the reason why, but how they can really truly benefit? I know that was top of the list question as of yesterday, and I would love your clarification on that as well.
Right. So you guys can book, I believe, up to 10 rooms on each account. Okay. So if only 10 of you have an account and you want to book 10 rooms each, I mean, that's a lot of rooms that you can do. You also get 5 permanent travelers on your account. So my best friend is my traveler. One of my other friends is my traveler. My 18-year-old son is my traveler, and he can book travel and I get the points, but he gets the discount that I would get. So you can do that as well. I would suggest each and every one of you having an account, at least a $20 one, to book the hotels, but they're going to want to go on these trips as well, just for, having those team gatherings and things like that as well. So yeah, there's all kinds of different ways you can look at it. But even if it's just the team members that are responsible for more putting those things together or picking the locations, then you can start booking rooms for some of the other people. Does that make sense? Yeah? Okay. All right. So this is your memberships. There's 2 different ones. Elite is $388 when you start your business. $99 is your business tools. You get everything. We have onboarding in all different languages. Obviously, I have my own onboarding. My upline and I have put together a school app where it trains you step 1, step 2, step 3. None of that needs to be recreated. You're totally supported there. But $99 gets you that business tool. $120 is your activation fee and $119 for your first month. Okay. But Turbo, remember I told you to remember that number, the 235 that you saved on that one booking? So Turbo is $250 extra one time only, and you get double the points. So instead of $120 every month that you're saving $250. 140. Okay. So that trip at the end of the year is now over $3,000, 3,000 points. Okay. So it's like going into a bank and saying, all right, I'm going to save $120 every single month for my travel. If I give you $250 right now, will you match that? They'd be like, get the heck out of here. Who is this chick? You know, get out of this bank. But that's exactly what we're doing. Okay. For me, the discounts that I've gotten booking hotels, I don't even show anybody the elite membership because that $250 has saved me thousands of dollars. So it's worth the investment. And 588 is what I tell people it costs to join. It's the biggest package we have. That's exactly what I did. I wanted to see what it would do for me in the beginning. So we also have a VIP membership. It's just hotel discounts. It's worth it for the $20 because like I said, I saved $836 on my first booking. But I don't necessarily recommend that just yet. We're trying to create a foundation of people that really want to launch the markets first. If you guys want to just sell $20 memberships or just get the $20 membership, that's fine. But the benefit of launching the countries and being the first to market is really the focus right now, and it will benefit you times 10,000 in this build. I'm going to tell you why in just a second. Every elite membership you bring in, you get $40. Every turbo membership you bring in, you get double that. Okay. And that's personal signups. Now, when you pay the 588, imagine this. The first 3 people is going to take care of your membership. You won't have to pay the 120 again, but you're going to make 120 in the first month and $80 on each person. For every 2 people that you're getting in the first 7 days, second 7 days, third 7 days, so 21 days total, you're going to get an extra 150. Okay, total is $450 extra. But if you take a look at this bonus, when you have those 3 people, you become silver. It's the first rank in the company. It's what gives you that ability to cover your membership. You're going to get an extra $20 on each one of those memberships when you hit silver. So your second 3 people, you're getting $100 instead of $80. And in the first 21 days, I know all of you can do it faster, but in the first 21 days, you paid $588 for your membership and you made $1,110. I said I didn't do math. I think I might have fibbed a little bit. That's a little bit of math. Okay. I know that part. So not only in the first 21 days have you gotten your membership, you got the best membership, but you're also profiting. How many of you have started a business before and profits do not come in 21 days? So I have my own makeup brand and I'm telling you, there was no profit in the first 21 days. I'll tell you that. So that is fabulous for new people starting. Once they have their membership paid, they can take their time, learn skills, and really gather those people who want to travel or want to launch the countries with us. I know a lot of you go faster than that already, so it's going to benefit you to be able to train those people in that way. So you get a residual on each member after you hit 10 members or more. So this is the percentage that you get every single month on those memberships that are renewing. Let's see, I don't like that one. Builder bonuses. This is really important for people who are building big. And this is how I replaced my income from that top position that I had to now making double what I was making. Because every time somebody brings in a person, I'm only gonna focus on Elite Turbo because that's what I do. Okay. You guys can do elites, that's fine. This is the extra money that you get every time you bring somebody in. But I'm Diamond and I get $160 every time I bring somebody in on Elite Turbo. Let's say Sonia is Platinum and she gets an extra $60. But every time Sonia brings somebody in or her team brings somebody in, I get the difference between 160 and 60. So if Sonia brings in 10 people, I get an extra $1,000 because I got the difference between that and that. So while I started building and the team was bringing in 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 people a day in the very beginning, which you guys are doing or going to do now because you're a brand new team, you have huge capacity, and you have a lot of contacts. I was making anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000 a day with this bonus alone. Okay, that's just my experience. Obviously, it's going to vary, but this is building a business. And getting these builder bonuses is so important for transitioning people from one business to another. Okay. Or if you want to go fast, or if you have a goal of 10K to 15K to 20K a month, this is how you're going to do it in the very beginning until your residual catches up. And I'll show you that. There's also a boost bonus where every single week you have the ability, once you hit gold, to make $600. If you and your team bring in 6 new members, you get $600. If you and your team at Platinum bring in 12 new members, you get $1,200. Okay. That's an extra, what, almost $5,000 every single month once you hit Platinum. That's great. Above and beyond all your commission, above and beyond all your residual, and above and beyond all the builder bonuses. Okay. So this is where your residual on your team comes. Now, for me, I was always trying to catch rank and get paid my rank. I never got anything building. It was just, okay, I'm at this rank now, I'm making this much money. So at Diamond, I have 2,500 people or more in my business, and I make $22,500. That's a daily payout of $750, and it pays out on Friday. If I hit double Diamond in the middle of the week, my pay will go up to $1,000 a day, and it'll pay out on Friday because we get daily pay. Those builder bonuses can actually pay out every single day and go into your bank account every single day. Dual team residuals pay out on Friday. Okay. So I was Jade in the very beginning, that first month. And because of those builder bonuses, and again, this is my experience, this might not be normal. Okay. But I was Jade in the very beginning. $1,200 is the payout. It's only 60 people. Okay. And I made 25K the first month. If you go fast, if you get into your contacts, if you really dig deep, the potential to earn is unmatched because they pay 85% out to the field because there's absolutely nothing they have to worry about except for making the app better and creating that AI and paying their tech team to fix typos. I mean, that's pretty important, right? So we build 2 different lines of business. Here's what's for you. Timing and positioning is so beautiful, especially in this team, and knowing what you guys can do, because you guys are going to build one leg, and then the other leg of business, you're going to help all the people that you bring in and build the other leg. Okay. We're going to go in depth into that. There's a video you can watch, but for right now, what you need to know is that the positioning that you have is very special, especially being with Sonia, because she has the capacity to help you guys a lot. Okay. Now, the second leg of business, if it has a little wobble, it's not going as fast as the first one, they're going to give you a 20% payout on that lower leg, as well as what your rank pay is. Okay. Car bonuses, if you guys want a BMW, Audi, or Mercedes, they'll give you $500, $250 in cash if you don't want a car. And then all of these, the first 3 are trips. These are built into the compensation plan. A lot of times when you go to these other companies, these aren't built in. These are just promos. All of this is built into the compensation plan. So you get a $300 life experience voucher. Jade, we went to Portugal. Ruby, we go see the owner, and he gives us a $2,000 spending limit, and we get to go and do whatever we want because he wants you to live like he does when you're in Miami. Cash bonuses, okay? A luxury car, that's a $100,000 car. They just give you the money and you go pick whatever you want. Super cards, $250,000. And then I'm working on this because $1 million house, you guys are in real estate. You know that that's not much anymore, especially in Vancouver. Okay. Who's in Vancouver? Somebody's in Vancouver, right? Oh my goodness.
I
No.
sell real
Okay.
estate in Vancouver, so that's what I do. $1 million is yeah, it's not much.
No, it's not much. It's not going to get you anywhere near the water.
We got to
Okay.
up that a
Right,
little
for
bit.
me?
We need a little more.
Uh-uh. My voice, I swear. And then like all the rest of the stuff, I just got my ring for earning the 100K. You get a Rolex. One of our girls got a Rolex. I love that, very European style. I mean, I wouldn't poo-poo at a Rolex, I'll tell you that, but the important part is the community. Um, I before I get off the slides though, do you guys have any questions about this kind of stuff? Like I said, I have videos, there's in-depth training. I can go over it more, but just basic questions, if you guys have them, I'm more than happy to go over some of that with you as well. I'll look in the chat too.
Yeah, I don't have many questions. It's obviously for somebody that's new on it's quite a bit to take in, right? So how I've kind of thought about this is get your three people, your membership's free, help those three people get their three people, help those three people get their three people. I haven't been I mean, I would love to hit every bonus for the 7 day, 14 day, 21 day. I would love that. Um, I've managed a little bit, haven't caught quite there, but I'm more in the big picture of, get those people three, 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 and then we're just going to see momentum. Everybody I talk to about it in my everyday life, I'm picking up leads every day. I know Philip thinks he works out every day. My brother, he's still a little soft, but he is in the gym. But he talks to people in the gym where my wife is online trying to promote it, and she's getting a lot of leads that way. So I just find more like whoever's on my team, on your team, on Sonia's team, we're gonna absolutely be there and be your help for sure to get you rolling to get those three people. I think it's special to have that support. Any new business you get into is a different language.
Yeah.
Okay, real estate's a language, broadcasting's a language. I mean, hockey, we just went out and hit people. It wasn't a language. My brother Philip was a goon. He just punched people. He didn't score many goals. I had to be a different type of player. Okay. But at the end of the day, you learn the language, right? So I'm learning the language here. When I'm confident with it, then we're going to roll as a team, but I'm looking at whoever's on my team trying to get them three people. That's kind of what my goal is here.
Yeah, I think that's great. If you elevate it just three more people in that first 21 days, because it's six personally enrolled Elite Turbo members, they will then make their money back and make a $400 profit. So if I can help you kind of push that narrative, and people get that success in the beginning, me and you are going to be great at this. Like the whole team's going to win in that aspect.
So Heather, you're pushing turbo, and I understand it. It's an incredibly reasonably priced investment in a business
Mhm.
that you get instant returns for. So I think my mindset has to be it's kind of turbo or nothing because you're getting paid double. You're getting double the points. You're getting way more discounts on every trip. I didn't realize you got that many more discounts on trips you book to offset that turbo.
Mhm.
So I love how you talk like that. It's like it's kind of turbo or nothing. Literally, if we're $600 US, we're 1,000 Canadian dollars. I don't have to have a website. I don't have to pay for any support. All the platforms are on everything is there. You guys supply everything, the company. So for $1,000, I'm investing in it. I mean, I spend that on dinners at times. So it's $1,000 and you have a business that's handed to you with an opportunity to make a lot of money. I think for me, I have to wrap my head around, okay, get away from the cheaper portions of this and just it's turbo. This is why we do it.
Yeah. I agree with you 100%. And I know that people regret not getting the turbo because they don't see that discount and then they're not getting as many points. So they only have 1,500 points at the end of the year instead of 3,000. And if they use any during the year, they only have 500, 600 points. They don't get to take one of the bigger trips.
So Heather, one question with that, you can add turbo after a couple of months. Say you're in elite, you can add turbo later, correct?
You can, but you lose points.
You lose points, yeah.
Yeah, you
And you're
lose.
not getting the discounts with the travel you're booking.
Exactly.
Okay.
Everybody regrets it. Then they instantly go and upgrade and they lose 250 points right away because you get an extra 250 when you spend the 250.
Right.
So, and I tell people that sometimes it feels like a little bit of pressure. But at the point when every single person said it to me, I stopped caring. I was like, okay, I understand, you know, $250 can be a lot of money for somebody, and I understand that completely. I've been in that situation at some point in my life, but if you really want to invest and be part of the launch team and really get the most benefits from your business, you'll do it. And they find a way. So it's just beneficial for them. It's not for me, you know. I don't care. Keep the extra $160 doesn't matter to me at all, as long as they're getting their benefit, right? And they're going to build a better business that way too, if they have that mindset of bringing people in on that membership. Somebody asked how much you get paid on the $20 membership. Now that's a play too, because that $20 membership can be beneficial to somebody. I'm just not focusing on it right now. What happens is you earn the full commission, 100% commission on the first month. So if you sell a $20 membership, you're getting $20. The next month, volume goes into your organization and you get 1 point of volume for each membership. Once you have 10 or more customers, then you're getting a residual. So let's say somebody sells 5,000 $20 memberships. They'll make $100,000. Okay. If they have that residually, they'll make $25,000 every single month if all of them renew. So it's a huge play for like influencers or somebody who has an email list or that kind of thing. And we can bring people into the business that way. Um, we don't have a lot of training on that just yet because like I said, we are doing a very heavy launch right now. We haven't even launched our business, which is another reason why you guys are in such a perfect spot. We launch our business in February in Dallas. So we've been in pre-launch this whole time.
And how many people, Heather, would you say there's in Canada today? Just to, so they know, like they are the first in their province or state, or, we are the first in two countries that we are launching.
Yeah, there's way more in the US than there is in Canada. And I really do believe that the opportunity in Canada is even bigger than in the US. Um, and also having people who are really determined to create the vibe in Canada, for me, with having those business partners is super important. Having those high level people who want to take great trips, who want to create, the membership for families, um, you know, maybe not families. I'm a single woman of 50 years old. I mean, my trips look different than your trips. I'll go with your family. I don't care. Leave the kids with me. You and your wife probably need a break. But, it's different for me than it is for everybody else, but everybody's your avatar. And in Canada, you guys travel a little different than in Europe. You guys travel a little different than people in the US as well. And I feel like that's the opportunity. You want a business that lasts a really long time. I feel like I'll be here for the duration. I haven't felt like that before. They had to come up with a new product or do something new for me to be like, all right, I'll stay another 2 years, I'll stay another 5 years, whatever. But here I feel like this is never going to go out of style. And if I and us, people like you, can start creating those trips and those things and those experiences and take it like this is your business, you're part of that launch. I mean, that's the special piece, right? Because you get to create it however you want. Canada is probably the biggest opportunity in our company right now. So. Let me read that comment. What is the best way to connect with everyone on here? We have groups. We have it's called Iconic, and you guys will be invited to the group. We also have some WhatsApp groups and things like that. Everybody's connected. We're way too connected. I'm just letting you know right now. We have a million chats, a million groups. You guys are going to be like, I don't want to see Heather's face ever again. So yeah, you'll get an invitation to all of that and all the videos you need and every bit of information you need to send out to people, all of it. What else, guys? Does anybody want to add anything? Sonia, do you want to say any other?
No, I think we're, coming from a previous business, seeing the infinite builder bonuses, member referral, because we're at the beginning of a member build, and I know we didn't really touch base of like the success globally and how many members we already have utilizing the platform, and we're in 150 plus countries, but you're not cut off from income. You're at the top of a member build right now that's going to grow and go and explode with or without the people. And that's infinite compensation. That
Yeah.
is unheard of. That's residual sleeping money. That's the money that you want. That's why we got that. That's one of my biggest reasons when I looked at this compensation plan, and it was a different league for me. I was used to one compensation plan. I maxed it out over twice. But at the same time, I also knew that I could scale people and help people here, and it's not impossible out of the gate. Even if you heard about this 12, 24, 36 months down the road, it's just a really rare position to be in as the pioneers. We can't say it and stress it enough, because you ever look at the people that, oh boy, they're lucky. Well, yeah, we are lucky. We got in early. We caught the wind, we caught the fire, and that's all thanks to Heather. I mean, that's an incredibly brave, smart move to already see just in these weeks since the beginning of June what has transpired. I am blown away. The income earners. I've brought, single mothers from Canada from food bank to, multiple figures, and watching them get on planes. I have seen males scale. I mean, just it's really amazing to witness, because timing and positioning really does come one time in your life. And I wouldn't sleep on it, especially no matter where we're living. But this is the platform. This is the place. This is the luxury travel people are looking for, or just the discounted travels. Sports parents alone, what they can actually benefit from the discounts on a weekend away, or that family that cannot afford that weekend away can now afford that weekend away. I mean, it's just going to open doors. And you all know social media, once people start catching wind of exactly what this offers and the value behind it. And most importantly, all we're going to see is expansion. We've gone through the hiccup and teething phases. We're going to go through just expansion phases into a new market. And it takes, a special group of people like Heather and the original launch leaders. And I feel very honored to be here. It has changed me already. I feel at such peace, and to see who it's attracting, because this is not a woman-led business. And the world's switching to AI. I mean, Amazon all plastered everywhere you look today. Amazon laid off because AI, and UPS and this, it's replacing jobs. So I know that we are light years ahead, and nobody even knows what we have here. So thank you, for Heather, for your time. Gary, Phil, Tanya, Kaylee, if you want to add anything, please let me know. But just thank you. I feel really honored to be here.
Yeah, no, thank you, Heather. And you know what? I use the platform for everyday travel, guys. It doesn't have to be extravagant travel either. Like just for sports, for whatever you're gonna do, I use it for, and I've had a lot of success and saved a lot of money just watching my kids play hockey, or my kids. So my dream is to go on these Dubai trips, and that's on my dream board, and I see it happening. But I've started using the platform a week after I was a member, and I've saved, I probably saved $1,200 on 2.5 trips. And it does work, the platform. The discounts at normal hotels are good. Even if they're the same, I'm collecting this. I'm collecting points for my hotel. I'm collecting points on my visa, and I'm collecting points through this platform. So I'm triple dipping on my points. So I'm not just using it for extreme trips. I'm using it for every day as well, and it's really paid off. It's been great.
So here's something that I want you guys to know. What team did you guys play for? You can put it in the comments if you don't want to tell me, but
I played for a bunch. I was a bit of a suitcase, but
gotcha. My brother was too. He played, well, he was in baseball, but he played for
yeah,
the Yankees, he played for the A's, he played
yeah.
for all that stuff. I'm just used to the Red Wings because
I played my
I
first
had,
game against them. Again, it was Stevie Y. You know Stevie Eiserman? You ever hear of him?
yes, I do. I did his makeup a couple times too.
I think she's more into Bob Probert, Gary. She likes to
Oh,
come.
here we go. Yeah. I never fought Darren McCarty, but
It's, I know that piece of it really, really well. I had a lot of ex-athletes in my other teams for nutrition and that kind of thing. So, I mean, it's going to be a lot of fun. And I think I can help you guys a lot with that as well, and helping with your contacts and just knowing the language there, like you said. So it's going to be a fun build. You guys are going to have a lot of fun with that. And I know that world like you wouldn't believe. So it's, if you need help with that, trust me, I got you there. Um, and even branching out into their contacts, I'm used to that as well. So I had to teach core strength to all these boys that would come into the team brand new. And here I am, this like 30-year-old girl, and they're like, this girl's gonna teach us core strength so we don't get knocked out. I'm like, yeah, come here. Here, tighten up,
go,
kid.
hey, go Blue Jays, go.
Yeah. Hey, I guess they're doing good. I don't know.
There we go.
I
There
don't
we
know.
go.
All right, you guys, this is going to be fun. Thank you so much for listening to me. I know my voice is a little crackly. Thanks for just being here and hanging out. Let's plan another one of these. You guys go get signed up if you're not signed up. Get your turbo. Okay. We'll get you in the team pages. We'll get your 6 personally sponsored, and we'll have another one of these, and we'll get your people on, and we'll start. We'll just do it. We have nothing to think about anymore. We'll just get started. How's
Thank
that
you so
sound?
much, Heather. It was awesome. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Heather.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much. Yeah, thanks
Thank you.
everyone.
Bye.
Take care.
Have a good night.
You guys, good night.
Good night.